did pay a $40 off menu wood upgrade charge for lighter wood, and I tried to put in the notes there that looks like I might have got what I was asking for, which I preferred straight grain stuff without getting too crazy, and unless there was something so crazy that they just wanted to use that. Let's take a look at the back here. Same back here, I just asked for a tight straight grain. I don't know how much they pay attention to what you really ask for, but at least it's, $40 for the lighter wood. And I was trying to avoid, which I put in my notes, any of the fish eyes or whatever you want to call that, the circular inclusions, just because I feel like straight predictable wood gives straight predictable results. We're going to see what this thing weighs, because weight was a concern. There was only a couple videos on YouTube that included the Z body, and none of them were mentioning weights. In the comments on one video, the guy's was maple on maple, and somewhere in the comments he mentioned that it was a heavy body, and I wasn't sure with the sizing of it how that would really run. I brought my soloist here, so we might compare that to this. And a kitchen scale. Let's see if we get results. Scale only goes to 11 pounds, but this should be under that. 3 pounds, 12 1/4 ounces. I'm liking that. And as far as my plans go, I did get the contoured neck heel, which isn't that extreme here, but I guess it exists. And my intention was to maybe use this Fender heavy metal neck plate, take that off and work it down. If that's a fail, I'll go to a square plate. That's looking like a possibility anyway. For a bridge, what started this for me was I already had the neck for that ash project, but there was a Ibanez FR 1620 hardtail at Sam Ash for like $1,400. I thought maybe I could trade my Jazzmaster towards it. Troy Van Leeuwen Jazzmaster, and they were only going to give me like $550 for the Jazzmaster, and it's mint. So I was like, I'll just pay my way into something nice, keep the Jazzmaster. But I did pick up a tight end bridge, which was the same thing that Ibanez Prestige had. So that'll probably be what I'm going with on this unit. I just went hardtail. I've got so many Floyds already. I got a Floyd on this Jackson, and there's a Floyd. I have an old Gibson WRC with a Floyd, and Paul Reed Smith has a tremolo. I have a Strat with a tremolo, a Kaler, and even the Jazzmaster has tremolo. I got lots of tremolos. The only hardtail I got's like a 90s Flying V, with a stop bar tailpiece and stuff, and I try to keep the wear off of that. I played it a lot early on, and the wear started to show up, and I thought, let's just shelve that, keep it in its case for a while and baby it a little bit. So let's answer the question of how a Strat headstock would look on this. And I'm not gonna get crazy here and damage anything, so that's not an instant drop. We'll just let it sit. Could maybe prop up the other end of it. Keep us straight here. One-handed stuff sucks. There we go. I think that probably works for me. I figured on some levels fender headstock's expected, but there's also possibilities of cutting this down in some way, doing a little bit of a mod to the headstock shape. This was actually an ebony fretboard, maple back. Let's see how the soloist body size compares to this. This is my soloist here. It was an HSS, but I did some of my what I call Shelby mods to make it what I wanted it to be, which as time worked out, I really wasn't that impressed with the HSS program. I just went to HS, made up a pick guard, cover the old work, and I do have the upgraded Floyd on there, whatever this is, 1984, 85, or whatever they call it. But let's pick this up and put it over this. And that's how it's running. So we got a slightly longer horn. Not too bad. I'll throw a tape measure on here for you guys, because that stuff wasn't published either. You think they would have like overall body size, something like that. But let's go from the high end of the lower bout there to the horn. Say that's about 19 1/4 overall length. There you go on an angle, but that's a strange way to measure it. But maximum wood dimension is what, probably 21 1/8 or something. And our width here doesn't want to hang on my comfort car. It's probably 12 1/4, something like that, overall height. So this is the future build, and what my original intentions were, but I don't know what I'm really gonna do. But I was gonna put the neck on here and then get a straight edge and continue the necklines across this central region here. And originally I wanted to just stain that dark to match the neck, so it just sort of would appear to run through. But I do want to show some of the grain and stuff in this, so I was thinking maybe, this rosewood's dark, but maybe do like a light burst, working from yellows up to black where it hits that line, and just having a defined black line on the necklines, sort of with a mini burst up and down, and then just like a nice amber tone in through here on the body. I've got some holographic paint glitters that I really want to be sparse. I kind of wanted this thing to look celestial, you know, so I've got some gold holographic specks that will be a little more pronounced in that second two halves. And then some white holographic specks that I'm hoping will be kind of like stars and just sort of spread about. And when we transition to the roasted alder on the back, I've got just kind of some gold flake stars that are not the holographic type, just sort of standard gold, or maybe a mix of gold and the holographic. But all the grain and stuff will be visible through whatever I do. I'm happy with the weight of it, and I'm happy with everything as far as the build goes. One random little inclusion right there of some kind. That's our Warmoth Z body.